Good morning, students. Today we are going to start chapter 4, The Rat Trap, which is written by Selma Lagerlof. What is the meaning of rat trap? Rat trap means a trap for catching rats. Okay? About the author, we know that she was a Swedish writer whose stories have been translated into many languages. A universal theme runs through all of them, a belief that the essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. The story is set in the middle of the mines of Sweden, which are rich in iron ore. And if we see the story, we find that it is just narrated in the manner of fairy tale. A message is given through this story that the emotions of love and acceptance can reform others. It means that love and acceptance can change anyone from cruel to benevolent and decent. Now let us start this chapter. Once upon a time, there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. He made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the stores or at the big farms. But even so, the business was not especially profitable. So, he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep body and soul together. Even so, his clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. So, some difficult words you are finding in this paragraph. The first is odd. Odd means a short period of free time. Resort to means turning to. Sunken means lowered or hollow. Gleamed means shone. Okay? Now see what we find in this very first paragraph. So this story is all about a man who used to sell small rat traps which is made of wire. And he himself made these rat traps in his free time. He get the materials which he required for making rat traps by begging from stores or big farms. Okay? And in this way, he was trying to earn money to meet out his daily needs. But the seller, rat trap seller, found that selling rat traps were not profitable for him. So he had to beg or steal in order to survive. About his appearance and clothes, it is said that his clothes were very old and torn, and his appearance shows that due to malnutrition his cheeks were lowered inside, and one could easily see the hunger in his eyes. This shows that he never got complete meal in his life. Anyhow, he was surviving. He was trying his best to earn some money, but that was not sufficient for him. Okay? Now see the next paragraph. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond who plods along the road left to his own meditation. But one day this man had fallen into a line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining. He had naturally been thinking of his rat traps when suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world about him, the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities and villages, was nothing but a big rat trap. It had never existed for any other purpose than to set baits for people. It offered riches and joys, shelter and food, heat and clothing, exactly as the rat trap offered cheese and pork. And as soon as anyone let himself be tempted to touch the bait, it closed in on him, and then everything came to an end. Let us see up to here. As I told you, that rat trap peddler or rat trap seller was trying to survive either by begging or by selling his rat traps. Okay, but there was no any entertainment in his life. He was not happy with his life. His life was very sad and boring. He was homeless, and he was walking from one place to another place for selling his rat traps or to get something from the people. So one day, when he was walking slowly with heavy feet along the road, he was suddenly lost in his own thought. Okay, as I told you that he was not having any shelter where he could stay and take rest. So one day, when he was just walking along the road, he got lost in a series of thoughts which he found very interesting. And what was? He was thinking about the rat trap, which he tried to sell to others. Suddenly, a thought came to his mind that the whole world, which includes lands, seas, cities, villages, was similar to a rat trap. As I told you, rat trap is used to trap or for catching rats. So in the same way, the world is also a rat trap. And we people are trapped in this world. How? Because of the things which we desired to see, to get in our life, to make our life a happier one. So the things which attracts us, that is a bait, okay, for us, and we are trapped. So he thought that there was no meaning of the existence of the world. It means that whatever we desire to have in our life, that is only because we are tempted to think to the things which we used to see around. So for the man, it was nothing but a temptation, just like cheese and pork, which we offer as bait to catch the rat. According to him, as soon as someone tries to comfort himself with joy, food and shelter, he at once gets trapped into this rat trap, which is known as world. Now I think it is clear. So what I explained in this paragraph, that the world itself is a rat trap, and we are attracted to the various things with which we are surrounded. For example, land, sea, anything, whatever you just desire to get in your life, which you like to see, that is a kind of a bait for you, that attracts you a lot. And as soon as you are attracted to those things, you are trapped. In the similar way as a rat is trapped when the rat is attracted to the cheese and pox which are put inside the rat trap. And once the rat entered inside the rat trap, he is trapped in that. Clear? Now see the next paragraph, what we are going to find in the third paragraph. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him, so it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it in this way. It became a cherished pastime of him during many dreary ploddings to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the bait. Some difficult words you are finding in this paragraph. Unwanted means extraordinary. Cherished means entertain. Dreary means tedious. Ploddings, already you know, walking. Snare means pitfall or trap, we can say. Now I think it is clear. Now let us see in this third paragraph. So in the life of peddler, the rat trap seller, no one in the world had ever been kind, because he was just living a very miserable life. He was always scolded or heard harsh languages from the people. No one talked with sympathy, so he started thinking ill of others, and thus it became a favorite pastime for him. Whenever he relaxed, these thoughts means that the world itself is a rat trap, and everyone in this world is trapped with the things which he is fascinated. Okay, so whenever he relaxed, these thoughts made him very happy. So he continued with thinking ill of those who were known to him or whom he met in his life. He would imagine that the people whom he saw or met in his life, they were already trapped in the rat trap of worldly things, and also those who were about to get trapped in. As I told you, that he considered the world as a rat trap, just like by putting cheese or pork in the rat trap, we trapped rats. In the same way, for the peddler, the world is a rat trap, and human beings are trapped by the glamour and desire of getting the things which they desire in their life. Now I think it is clear up to here. Now see the next paragraph. One dark evening, as he was trudging along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside, and he knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. Nor was he refused. Instead of sore faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to him in his loneliness. Immediately he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper. Then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll that it was enough both for the stranger's pipe and his own. Finally, he got out an old pack of cards and played majlis with his guest until bedtime. Let us see this paragraph. So one evening, the rat trap seller was walking very slowly. He was tired and hungry. Suddenly he saw a little grey cottage which stood by the roadside. He went up to the cottage and knocked at the door so as to get shelter for that night. Generally, he was not welcomed by the people. He was not helped by anyone, but this time he was welcomed by the old man into his cottage. The old man was alone in that cottage without wife and kids. So the old man was happy to get company that night. He also offered some porridge to the stranger or the peddler or the rat trap seller. Okay, he also shared his tobacco with him. After this, they both played cards till bedtime. So in this paragraph also some difficult words you find. One is trudging, means walking slowly or heavily. Sore faces means bad people. Okay, and porridge means a kind of a dish. Okay, now see the next paragraph. The old man was just as generous with his confidences as with his porridge and tobacco. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, his host had been a crofter at Ramsjo Iron Works and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, it was his cow which supported him. Yes, that Bosie was extraordinary. She could give milk for the creamery every day, and last month he had received all of 30 roner in payment. So difficult word, I think 2 or 3 you are finding here. Crofter means a person who farm a croft, rented farm we can say. And Bosie means dominating. Okay, now see in this paragraph, the rat trap seller felt that the old man was very liberal and he also shared his secrets to him. Okay, so when the old man became familiar, he shared somewhat his secrets to him. And what the secret was? The old man told the rat trap peddler or seller that he was a rich man when he used to work at Ramsjo Iron Works, a farmhouse, we can say a farm, rented farm, the name of that farm. But now he was old and could not work in the way he used to work when he was young. So the old man had to depend upon his cow for his living, and he get enough milk every day from the cow. He sold the milk in the factory that produced cheese and creams. In this way, he was able to earn 30 roners last month. Okay, so he shared that he received 13 roners in payment last month by selling the milk of his cow. So this was one of the secret that he was having 30 roners at that time. Okay, now see the next paragraph. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on a nail in the very window frame, and picked out 3 wrinkled 10 roner bills. These he had up before the eyes of his guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. Now see, so it was really unbelievable for the stranger or the guest or the rat trap seller that the old man could earn so much from the milk of his cow. So therefore, in order to make him believe, the old man took a leather pouch which hung on a window, and he took out the 3 notes of 10 roners each, which were old and crushed, and after showing, he once again kept back in the pouch. Clear? So to make him believe, he just took out the notes, and after showing, he kept inside the pouch and kept it and placed it where it was earlier. Clear? Now see. The next day, both men got up in good season. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought he should not stay in bed when the head of the house had gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with the rat traps said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his own way. Now see. So next morning, that night they slept well. Next morning, both the rat trap seller and the crofter woke up early, as the crofter was in hurry to milk his cow. The rat trap seller also woke up when he saw that the owner of the house had awakened. They came out of the cottage at the same time. The old man locked his cottage, and rat trap thanked him and went his own way. So in this way, both of them went to a different direction. Okay? The old man went to milk his cow, and the rat trap peddler, he went towards the city road so that he could sell some rat traps, or he could get something from others. Okay? Now see the next paragraph. But half an hour later, the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. He did not try to get in. However, he only went up to the window, smashed a pane, stuck in his hand, and got hold of the pouch with the 30 roner. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went away. Now see what we are finding. So after then, half an hour later, the rat trap seller returned to the cottage. He did not try to enter inside the cottage. Rather, what he did, he broke down the window pane where the pouch was hung. He then took all the money and then kept the pouch in its place, and at the same time he kept the money inside his pocket. After then, he left the place. It means he just stole the money which was shown by the old man. I think up to here it is clear. So for today, I am going to stop here, and next lecture very soon you are going to get. Okay? Thank you.